Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm Brendan Lee. In this video, I want to talk to you about absolute versus relative truth. I got a message from somebody that emailed me. Hey, keep doing that. I will keep creating videos for you to serve you. And in summary, something like this. In my investigations of the truth, I've come across a dilemma of sorts, and it's basically, is there more than just the absolute truth? You see, is there also relative truth? Yes. You can discover what's true absolutely, and you can also discover what's true relatively. Yeah? And then the question continues to go something along the lines of, well, what about something where if I see an apple and that's red, and that's true, like this is more like my truth versus your truth kind of thing. This is where I'm categorizing that. I see an apple, it's red. Somebody else who's colorblind sees the apple and it's green. What's the truth there? Since they seem to change, you see, and that seems to be like, okay, well, is there my truth versus your truth? And then how do I know what's what in all of that? Okay? So now, what's absolutely true? Good. Whole nother kettle of fish. Don't worry about it. It's just whatever's absolutely true is absolutely true right now. Whether you're alive or dead, whether you come or go, it's whatever's true. It's what is true before you were born and what's true after you will die. That's what's absolutely true. Who knows what that is? Okay. Now, in terms of relative, so how do I distinguish the difference? Well, in terms of absolute, there's only one way to grasp what's absolutely true, and that's to grasp what's absolutely true now. And that's, you either got it or you don't, as if. Now, in terms of relative truth and then distinguishing the difference, and it's like going for what's true, and I'm going to do some preamble here first and then dig in a little bit and hopefully deliver something of value. I have a reaction. This is my own personal stuff, right? To, going for the truth. And I associate, say, going for the truth with religious stuff or with beliefs. I might say, because I hear the Mormons might come to your house. Hey, have you heard the truth, brother, sister, whatever? See? Have you heard the truth? Or religious people, we know the truth. That's not what I'm into. Now, I may be conscious of something that is true. And it is the truth. But perhaps don't get the truth gummied up with the word truth. Even though we need a word to point us in a direction, okay? So I just want to separate or keep myself out of the whole religious belief thing. That's something else. I'm not talking about believing what's true. I'm talking about grasping what's true. For real. All right? And the truth doesn't care whether you're religious or not. And the truth also doesn't care whether you're alive or dead or whether anything. And what's relatively true is already the case. So it's more like not questing to seek the truth per se, but intending to grasp what is. And that might be, that is a different way of framing up the investigation and the effort I'm trying to give you a flavor of a direction to go that is aligned with what I'm talking about so that you can go there mo better. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so now back to the question. In relative terms, because there is a lot of talk these days, I hear tell my truth and your truth and blah, 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 blah. Well, we can take that. We can start there. Now, and people often say my truth as if it's somehow special and important just because it is. And other people, well, that's your truth. This is my truth. Yeah, and the truth for people that do ISIS is to do terror on people. So That's their truth. So which one's right and wrong? Well, theirs is obviously wrong and yours is right, right? Okay. Now, we could go further and go, well, what's the truth about your truth and my truth? Well, the truth is, my truth is a perspective, and your truth is a perspective, and you're using words, your truth, not to represent what's true, but to represent a perspective. See, and I have a perspective, and you have a perspective. Is that true? Seems to be the case. Can't fuck with that, really, right? ISIS people have a perspective, and people that do rainbow gatherings or Burning Man have a perspective. And each person that does Burning Man has their own perspective that is determined by something, say. And so their perspective, we could say the truth is, those are perspectives. And regarding, say, the apple, well, I see red. This other person who's colorblind sees a different color. What's the truth? The truth is, they see a different color. You see something you call red. Okay. So now we could dig in even further. Say, perhaps. No, wait a minute. Why am I saying say perhaps so much? Okay. We can dig in even further. Take the red apple. Is that color that you see, is it red? Is that true? Well, in Spanish, no. In Italian, no. See, I'm using this thing that I saw that was great from Richard Feynman. And his father, who apparently was not very well educated, or not as smart, say, was still able to teach Richard how to think in a way that made his career amazing. And it started with, I think, and I'm paraphrasing here, there was a wagon, and it's like, well, no, what is that? That's a bird. Okay, but is it a bird? Because in Italian it's called this. Because in Spanish it's called this. Because in a different language it's called this. So is it a bird, or is it or a, you see? Is the apple red, or is it Spanish, or, Roja, or whatever other language? You see, if you go through all the languages, you get, wait a minute, that's the sound, that's not that. So what's true? Is the apple red? No. What's red then? See, then we get to language. Oh, that's a different deal. That's not your sight of that. And is that even sight? Because in a different language, they don't call that sight. They call it, you see? And so again, I'm using language, and we're ripping you off of language to help you dig in even further to what is actually relatively true here. You get to like a sight. And upon which, as if language, and then you can also grasp the nature of language and how it's applied and the power with which it creates a world in which you live. For example, you can't watch this video and get anything out of it without language. And then you could question what is actually true about language, and it might open some things up. And this is all in the domain of the relative, you see? And it starts to, then you can start to discover what is true here that you can't mess around with. Because as far as I can tell, you can't mess with what is true because it's just what is. And then, yeah. So then back to your question, it's like, how do I distinguish the difference? Well, and I do believe a lot of people suffer from this similar, what I'm calling an affliction, or it's like a doubting mind, or like, well, how do I know? How do I know? How do I know? Like, how do I know if I'm right? As if, or correct. That's what I'm making up. That's what I assume you might be going through. And I'm responding to that assumption in my own mind. See, that's what's true there on the surface. Well, you know when you know. You can grasp it. You can see it. You, as if experience it directly, like you're there. And you'll know. Other than that, some things that can occur is you can have a concept about what's true, and confuse your concept with about what's true with what's true. And then how do you combat that, or how do you get at that, or how do you work with that? Well, in my case, it's the as far as I can tell, the best thing to do is just to keep being honest with yourself. It's like, do I really grasp this, or am I just fucking around? Or am I just fooling myself? And then go back to continually, well, what is true? So rather than focusing on the doubt, because check this out, if I'm doubting, where's my focus and attention? It's on the doubt itself. Well, I don't know. Is it true? I don't know. Am I on the right track? I don't know, but I was thinking about this and thinking about this and then. See, that's an activity you're doing. Don't do that, or don't focus on that. Focus on doubt. Okay, what's true? Doubt. No, what's true? Doubt, what's true? You see, and you can start to isolate over time the activity of doubting and, no thanks, I'm just going to keep working on what is real, now. What's really going on now? What's really the case now? Relatively or absolutely, whatever. And then over time, and through your hard work and effort, because sometimes these things are really hard to apprehend. They don't have to be difficult. They don't have to be hard. All you need to do is grasp what's so, and at the same time, it looks like a lot of work needs to be done. It doesn't have to be done, and it has to be done at the same time. So maybe it's like Schrodinger's work or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call that. Okay? So that's a little bit about how do you distinguish between the two. Yeah? Or how do you distinguish? And then otherwise, it's like, yeah, I do go back in my mind to it's my truth, it's your truth. And my rebellious side is like, yeah, and what's true? Transcendent of your my truth, your truth bullshit. What's really true? If I hit you in the head with a rock, your head breaks. If I don't hit you in the head hard enough with a rock, it doesn't break. If there's something true about language, if I speak a certain way, something occurs so that you understand me. Something's going on. There's other stuff that's true, like, the workings of mind, like how is meaning? What's true about meaning? What is meaning? You see, because that's one thing that people get confused with a lot. They think about where meaning comes from. They might think it's something external to them. It's just out there. But if you look carefully, what's meaning? Oh, maybe, whoops, I'm making that up. Oh, I didn't know. You see? And that's what's true about that. And you can't mess with that, really. Or what's true about concepts? Like, what are concepts? You see, so anywhere in the relative domain, you can go to the place as if, place, who knows? Gotta be open. Where you discover what is, and then that's what is. And then what you do about that is a different matter. And whether you like it or not is a different matter. And how you feel about that is a different matter. That's what you like and don't like, and what you value, and how you feel, and what you can do with it. Maybe you can get conscious of what's true and kick some serious butt. Maybe it allows you capacities that you never thought you could have. Who knows, though? That's not why we do it. And if you are looking for the truth, with that in mind, your focus, I've made a video on this and it does bear repeating, so here we go. You will continually focus on what you think is valuable, what you like and don't like. And can you see how that channels your efforts in a very particular direction, which maybe the truth has nothing to do with that. Or maybe the truth transcends value altogether. And if you're looking for what's valuable, in the words of Muhammad Ali, I think, you'll miss it, man. So don't miss it. Stay open. Continue to question. Be brutally honest. And I mean brutally honest. See, honesty that transcends everything. And stay with it. And then you can be discovering these things for yourself and then just keep working at that. Cool. So that's what I got for you. Much love. A for effort. Keep going. Keep considering. Please keep writing in. You can check the links in the description, see how to contact me. Contribute to my forum that has benefits across the board for many people, myself included. If you want to be serious, okay, you want to get real serious, do an apprenticeship program. That'll turn your life sideways and in a very good way. Come do a workshop. They kick butt. If you want to interact with me in other ways, I've got a free course. Please check the links in the description. Visit my website, or you can hire me to work with you online. All that good stuff. Or if you want to join my team, I am putting together a team of people. I want to gather people to me so that we can help spread this work, so that I can help contribute this work to more people. All right, it's a bit of a vulnerable thing for me to do, but I want to invite you to come hang with me in a team setting and see if we can work something out to help this grow, because that's my passion. That's what I want to be up to. So if you want to join that, contact me, text me. You know how to do it. Come find me. Let's talk. And much love. Thank you very much. Take care.